ICC and various other entities, the Section 21 companies. And the problem we face is that monies are being squandered elsewhere instead of maintaining the infrastructure. For example, a few weeks ago we chatted about water leaks, etc. And it was abundantly clear that more than 50% of the eThekwini's water is being wasted through leaks, and also because of the lack of maintenance of the infrastructure, electrical infrastructure, like Eskom is having, we're ending off with load shedding. But coincidentally, there was no load shedding during the festive period. So it brings us back to the point: is the government really serious about load shedding? Because we're back with stage 3 and stage 4 now, and for the last 20 days, how did they manage without load shedding? So something sinister is taking place. Samuel, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, just a couple of things, Eunice. One is that the city has a total revenue or a total budget, expenditure, revenue, because ultimately it's got a balance of 60 billion. 60 billion rand. Third biggest budget in the Republic of South Africa. 60 billion rand. The challenge is not the 60 billion. The challenge in this country, which if you were there, you were in that dinner where I told Duduzane Zuma, it's not his fault, but nonetheless he was part of the engagement. That the biggest challenge in this country, and in this city in particular, is to do with capacity. We don't have the capacity. We're having to spend twice, thrice for the same job. And it's called, anybody who understands business, anybody who's done a business commercial course, or anybody who understands how money is generated and spent, it's called waste. We waste money unbelievably as a consequence of incapacity, because we're trying to push a triple B agenda, which I support and I endorse. But the problem is that in terms of the constitutional precepts of BEE, we're excluding coloureds and Indians, or people of Indian origin. And so we're pushing a particular agenda which has in its foundation racial prejudice or ethnic prejudice. And that is why we have these challenges. I mean, Abdullah and I were sitting there and the whole ceiling collapsed in one area because of the rain. It's unacceptable. You are 60 billion rand and we can't even, anyway. And so without going into the next topic, there's this new thing called MK.
We'll come back to that, Samuel. I just want to go through a couple of messages that have come through. So one brother wrote in, he said, Salam, well said when Nazir spoke about certain issues. And Sister Zaida mentioned it, well explained, what Nazir was mentioning. And one sort of favorite individual that listens to our program, Brother Frank, has said that talking about martyrs, these those that lose their lives in war, he said that Hassan Nasrallah, General Secretary of Hezbollah, I was just reading his biography. He says Nasrallah was quoted as saying on receiving the news of his son's death, I'm proud to be the father of one of the martyrs. When the IDF released photos of his son's body and offered to exchange it for body parts of those killed in the earlier ambush, Nasrallah responded, keep it, we have many more men like Hadi ready to offer themselves to the struggle. There was a 7-day mourning period held in the South Beirut, which was attended by estimated 200,000 people daily. So people are really beginning to understand the significance of this war. Now, there's another message that's come through. We are supposed to be in a democratic era, but a certain body in South Africa taking on the SA government and ruling party on its submissions to the ICJ on the already said. We know who they're referring to, Samuel. Now, coming back to the point that you mentioned, Samuel, it is crucial that we understand that money is being squandered, where some maintenance is taking place forever and a day, and because people want to make money, and we know with burst water pipes and water leaks, it has become the order of the day that in a particular road you'll find leaks again and again. And we have Abdul in the studio, and ORA have been pointing this out in certain roads. I mean, a burst pipe is repaired, and a couple of days later it's broken again. Now, whether the contractors are sort of engineering the breakdown, not repairing it appropriately, is a cause for concern. And I know that the water department has recruited,
Neil McLeod.
retired and previously employed experienced personnel to assist them. Even Neil McLeod is part of the team. We're hoping that the water infrastructure can be improved because, on the one side, people are concerned that are we drinking water that is safe to consume, or is it contaminated? And on the other side, the beaches are being affected by sewer, etc. I think before Nazir and Imam left, they were talking about the 2024 elections, and